Headed on a road trip, let's go, let's go. Washing every town we dip on and past. You're in charge of the tunes.
Okay guys, as you can see here, it's been a while since we've done a video, but I'm about to do an upgrade of our solar. We're going to go from 600 watts to 1200 watts on the roof of the van, and another 200 watts on the back of the canopy of the new build of our Ford Next Gen. I'm getting a alloy chassis mount canopy put on. Okay, so what we got here is we've got two MPPT controllers from Anadrive. Each one of these guys will do 600 watts, no problems at all, and they'll go up to about 720 maximum, okay, but I'm sticking with 600 each. So one string will be 600, the other string will be 600. They're going to go in there via 40 amp circuit breakers, okay, to protect the solar circuit as you're supposed to. I think it's actually by law. And thirdly, we've got a Victron 100 volt 20 amp MPPT. This guy here is going to be used for solar blankets, but well, that's what it can be used for, but what we're going to use it for is a backup from the car by remote into here. So we're going to run a cable from the car, bypass the car charging system, and straight into the van if we're in a place where it's a bit overcast or we can't get full sun and we want to run stuff during the day, just to top it up. So we'd be able to run the car power into here as well if we're in a shady area, but we should have no problems at all. All this stuff here will go into the three channels of the SQ-SEQ50. Each one of these is 50 amps. Okay, this is not the SQ25, this is the SQ50. So it's actually a bigger version of it. So we run 50 amps across each channel. So one solar controller will be in one channel, second one in the second channel, the Victron in the third channel, and anything else we need, we can go through the fourth channel as well if we require it. And all that goes through the Pico monitoring screen inside the van, or inside the van in this case here. There's also one in the canopy as well. And then into bus bars, and then into the 400 amp hour batteries to charge them up. Okay, as you can see up here on the van, we've got one panel here, one panel there, and one over there. This guy over here at the back, he's gonna have to come forward about 400 mil because they just slap them on and they don't even measure them up properly and line them up. They just put them on. Caravan builders, when you're building caravans, have a bit of forethought, and you know, makes upgrading a little bit later on a bit easier. Windguard antenna, that's going to come off. We don't need it. We're going to have, as I said, Starlink and Kodi as well, so we'll be streaming our television channels all live. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty clean up here. So I put one panel down here, pull that panel there at the back forward towards the front. I put two panels behind it, one directly behind it, one diagonally across from behind it, running east-west, and that panel there will stay. And I'll hook three of them up in one series and the three new panels in a second series, and that's how I'm going to do that. But as you can see, it's the roof of the van now, and that's where the panels are going to fit to make six panels. This is underneath our dining room seat where all the Anadrive system hangs out. There's your AC charger, your DC charger, SQ25, it's that shunt I was telling about before, but the smaller one, and it all goes through the system. It's all shunted and fused and circuit breakers and all that sort of good gear. Solar was coming into here, but I'm going to bypass that and basically not go into the DC charger at all. So when we're driving, the van will have about 70 amps coming off the roof into the batteries, and about 40 amps from the battery from the alternator of the car. So it's going to have about 110 10 amps coming in while we're driving, okay? Because normally with these guys here, when you're driving, the solar gets switched off and the DC for the car kicks in about 40, 45 amps, wherever it might be, and you only charge on your car charger, okay? So in this case, what I'm doing, it's going to give us maximum charge. And all that comes up into the our Cymarine system. It's our electrical cabinet. Temperatures, tanks are all empty, and we've got 100%. Solar's coming in at 0.4 of an amp, so everything's chock-a-block full. I haven't had the van plugged into power, 240 volt power, for 2 months. It's just sitting out here since we got back from our Queensland trip, just idling away on the batteries, just doing nothing, no problems at all. Like I said, it's all good. And what we got a pitch and roll as well. So there's a little pitch and roll meter. I'll just show you that while I've got it all open. Right down in the bottom corner there, you see that little device blinking? That is a inclometer. It's called a SDI01, and that goes up into the Cymarine system as well. So what we got, like I said, we'll have in here, we're going to have probably another screen, but we're going to have total power. We're going to have solar 1, solar 2, solar 3, fridge, lights, all that sort of stuff, the inverter. So I'll have all that programmed in. It's pretty easy once you know how to do it, but if you got it, you may as well use it. Like I said, this thing just sits here idling away all day. Diesel heater at the back, our inverter, two 200 amp hour batteries. It's all using 95mm cable. Okay, and then what we're going to do is where that framework is, I'm going to drop in, that's where the solar are going to come up through the floor and and sit on that area there and screw it into that area there. This other area here is where Terrell's going to be using her her bits and pieces, can get chucked into there. And that's about it. So that's what we're at the moment. We got like I said, the inverter's all in there, and the big I think it's a 300 amp fuse or something in there as well. So yeah, and my aim is to have all that put in there and the solar up and running, and we should be good to go. But I'll do an update as we keep on going. Okay, as you can see here, the MPPs are in place, the Victron's in place, all the wiring's done, the shunts all wired up, fuses are in place, the circuit breakers are all in place, ready to go, all wired up and looking pretty sweet, and getting really good connections there, and everything's good. This here's a screen, this is a Pico screen of the Cymarine system, and as you can see down the bottom, solar 1 and solar 2, 4.16 amps, 2.9, this is middle of the day, like a really overcast kind of, at the end of the day really. I just caught the last bit of it. I totally forgot to record my big figures. It's the aerial shot of the panels, and this is the shot across the roof of the caravan as it is right now. The other day I walked past and it was nice and sunny, and I was getting nearly 75 amps out of the six panels, about 35 amps off each string. So really happy with that. So with that and the 45 amps of DC power out of the car, we should have absolutely no problems with replenishing our power supply, because it's all about replenishing your power supply during the day, and so you get ready for that night use. Okay, thank you.